Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. This is Brittany with Budgeting with a Ginger, and today we will be working on our long-term savings. How's everybody doing today? It is early Saturday morning for me. Last night we had some dinner with some friends, and then tonight we get my nephew. So busy weekend for sure, but excited to spend some quality time with them. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today we are working with 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 10, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have $175 to stuff in our long-term savings today. All right, so this, I want to shout this out again. This planner cover is from Budgeting with Kim. She put it free on her Ko-fi, and I printed it out and laminated it and stuck it to my Happy Planner. I just think it's perfect for this time of the year, and look how cute that ghost is. All right, so let's get that set off to the side until we need it. Okay. So I think we have a binder marker in here, so let's see. Oops. Yes, we do. So last week we left off on our challenge from Not Just a Budget, and that is in our Happy Planner. So that is this challenge right here, and what we're doing is for each icon, we're rolling a D12, and then we're rolling a D20 to figure out which number we're going to fill in. So let me go ahead and get my die. And that is 14. So let's go ahead and color in the 14. I hope you guys had a great Friday night. I was so tired last night that I told my husband, I was like, I'm ready to go. It was like 9 o'clock. I was like, it's my bedtime. I feel like I'm old. I go to bed when my parents do, but I wake up so early, I can't seem to sleep past 4 o'clock anymore. So I'm usually up watching YouTube around 4 and 5 o'clock, drinking my coffee every morning. All right, so we'll color in the 14, and then let's go ahead and let's get our D12 and see how much we're saving. A 1. Okay, let me grab my pen. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we are going to save a 1. Oh, let's color in the icon too. So we will color in one of these circles. And write a 1 in there. So that is a total of $15 coming in here today. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll put those 5 back and grab a 20. So far in this challenge from Not Just a Budget, and this was a freebie on her Ko-fi if you're interested. I think it's a super fun way to save. We have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 91. So $91 in there, and this one is going toward HOA fees and lawn care. We're pretty much done with lawn care for the season. Now that it's starting to get cold, I think we'll have one more time that he comes and mows our grass, but then that will be it. But I want to go ahead and start saving for next year. All right. So our next challenge is from Eva with Budget Your Life, and it is the Learn and Save Map of America. So we're going to pick one today. So this comes with all these cards. Well, there's one for each state. And then we're just going to give these a shuffle and pick a state. And I didn't mark, let me get a fine tip Sharpie. I want to mark the states on here. I didn't do that last week. So let's see. I believe this is Oklahoma. So we'll put okay. And then the other one was Mississippi. So I have a funny story to tell you guys about geography. I'm not good at geography. I must have been asleep that day in class that we learned different states. So when I was in college, you have to take your different core classes, and I'm just giving these a shuffle. So we were in world geography at university, and we were studying South America, which, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows where South America is, right? It's below Mexico. It's south of North America. And I look at the girl next to me and I said, oh my gosh, I had no idea Africa was so close to the United States. And she just looked at me and she gave me a look like, what are you talking about? And I couldn't figure out why she gave me that look. And she just kind of turned back and went back to playing the professor. Well, y'all, it was a while later when I realized what I did. And I thought, oh, wow, she probably thinks I'm the biggest moron. So now my husband and my kids and my family, they're like, yeah, Brittany, where's South America and where's Africa? So that's my fun geography story. It's so embarrassing. All right, so we got Alaska. So I have never been to Alaska. I would love to go one day. That's a bucket list item. My husband, that's a huge bucket list item for him as well. So I think one day we would like to take an Alaskan cruise. Uh-oh. This Sharpie is wanting to die on me, so it might take me a second to make my stripes. I know Eva went, I think it was Eva, she went on an Alaskan cruise, and she loved it, and I loved seeing her pictures. So, I love cold weather. I grew up in South Florida, and it's like I can't do heat anymore. I'm like, when we go to the beach or something and it's really hot, I'm like, how did I live in this for so long? You know, the coldest it got down there was, you know, we thought 50 degrees was cold. But anyway, so it'll be interesting to see how I can fare in Alaska. So the capital of Alaska is Juneau, and it does have a star here. And the star is add $2. So we will go ahead and write AK on here and save our $10. So put this in here and put our cards back. So that's $10 more coming into this one. And this one is a save 355 plus, and the plus is depending or not if you do the bonuses. So far in this one, we just started it last week. We have $10, $15, $21, and $22. And I'll put that back and grab a 20. All right, next up we have this challenge from Indigo Moon Budgets. This is also a freebie on her Ko-fi, and I just loved the colors and thought it was so pretty. So we are rolling a D10. Let me see. Grab my D10 here, and then we are saving that number. So that is an 8. Whoops. Let's see, 888. Here is one right here. So we will go ahead and color in this 8. All right, and we will stop right there today. I want to make sure that we make it through the binder, and then if, you know, we come back around, then of course we can save more. So that's 5. Let me scoot over. There I go, knocking over Taylor Swift again. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18 so far in this challenge. And I don't have this one or the one from Eva marked for anything. So I'm thinking about where I want those savings to go. Most everything else in this binder, I've decided where the money's going to go. All right, next up we have this challenge from Debt Free by 43. So this is actually a Save 25 in 2025, and there's an envelope for each month, and we are working on September's. So we already have this side complete, and now we're working on this side, and this money is going to my emergency fund. So that's a 5, and let's go one more time, and that's an 8. So that is 13 coming in here today. And we are almost done. I would like to get this one finished by September, but this one, all the other envelopes have 2 rows of dogs, and this one's a big one. It has 3 rows on each side. So let's see. That's, I said 13. So let's see, can we put 7 back? Yes, we can. And grab a 20. So far for this envelope, we have, whoops, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 76, and 77. So the envelopes are mystery amounts. They all save a different amount. And then at the end of the month, I take the money out and put it in our emergency fund. All right. Next up, we have our card challenge from Becca with Becca Budgets. And each of these cards is outlined. Sorry, Tater. Each of these cards is outlined in a different color. So we roll our color dot dice and then go to that card. And this challenge is going toward our auto sinking fund. So let's go ahead and do this one. It's starting to come up a little bit. And that is only a 1. These scratchers are so gummy. I think they get old or something. So let's go ahead and do this one. And oh goodness, Becca! That is a 20. So a total of $21. And I knew that some of these were spicy because one, we got a 25 here, but I watched Becca on her channel with this and I was like, ooh, those are big numbers. But this is great savings for our auto sinking fund. And we're going to need tires, I would say, in the next couple of months or so. So I'm not mad at it. So far in this challenge, we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, and $78. Okay, next up we have another challenge from Becca, and this is her Operation Sticker Challenge, and this money is going to our medical sinking fund, and we're just doing the next highest amount, so I think that is this $12 heart. I think his name's Sam, right? Poor Sam has a broken heart. I don't know why I think his name is Sam. I think I heard that somewhere. Let me know down below if his name is Sam. So that is 10, 11, and 12. And this one is a save 102. So out of 102, we have 10, 20, 30, 40. Put those 10s back and grab our last two 20s. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51. So we are halfway there exactly. Awesome. And we are saving for next year's deductible. We've met our deductible this year, so we are saving for next year's. All right, so this challenge is from Mel with Mystic Budgets, and we are saving for Black Friday. And this is a roll and save down the sides, and then each of the bags is $20, and then this is her diced up challenge where you roll a 6-sided dice and you mark out each of the numbers until there's 2 left, and then the sum of the 2 that are left is what you save. So we're gonna go ahead, that's a 5. I personally like when I can scratch out the low numbers because that just means I get to save more for Black Friday. That was another 5. 4. 1. So we need a 2, a 3, or a 6. A 2, a 3, or a 6. We are not getting that. All right, there's the 2. Perfect. So that is $9 coming into this challenge. And let's go ahead and roll the D12. And that is a 9. So what did I say? 9 and 9 is $18 coming into this one, right? So let's see, put 2 back and grab 2 10s. So far in Black Friday, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, and 54. And usually on Black Friday is when we buy a lot of our Christmas presents. I don't like crowds, but I love Black Friday shopping. So my husband and I go and make a day out of it. And now that my girls are older, I have 3 daughters. And now that they're older, they like to come with me. And I'm like, that's fine. You just know your Christmas presents. But honestly, it's easier because then they get to pick out what they want. And I don't have to worry about them wanting to exchange half of their Christmas presents after Christmas. All right, so our next challenge is for our 5K binder. This also is from Mel with Mystic Budgets. And we are just working on the $10 stars. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and color in. Ooh, this is one of those felt tip Sharpie, so it's a little bit harder to color in precisely, but that is $10 more coming in here. And the money goes, so this challenge has a page of $10 stars, and then it's followed by $20 hearts. And then here's the envelope for the money. So we're just gonna throw a $10 bill in there. So we have $30 so far. We also just started this challenge last week. All right, and I do have a mini that's going to this as well. All right, next up is our challenge from PR Money Roll. And that is also in our Happy Planner. And this is just extra savings for the girls. So this is the 82 Extreme Growth Challenge. So you roll a color dot die, and depending on what color you get, you save that amount at the bottom. And then when you get to the exit, say ×2 and ×3, you save double or triple that amount. So that is a red. Reds are 3. So let's color in our egg here red. And we will definitely go again. I rolled a D8 to determine these amounts when we got started. I started this at the beginning of August. That's another red for $3 more. And the next one's a ×2, and I think I want to go ahead and do it because so far we've only put $6 in this challenge. All right, one more. Let's see, what are we gonna get? Red again, so that's another $6 coming into this one for a total of 12. All right. So we are adding $12 to this challenge today, and so far we have, let's see, we have lots of 5s in here. I need to remember when I'm looking for 5s. That's 50, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Definitely need to condense, but so far we have $134 saved in this one. All right, next up is our Save 2026 for the class of 2026. So my youngest is a senior in high school, and we are just working on saving. I started this one at the beginning of the year, and she'll graduate in May of 2026. But we're working on getting this challenge finished for all the expenses that come with being a senior in high school. So she has, cap and gown, senior pictures, a yearbook, a graduation party. So I will definitely get this one finished, I think, by the end of this year. And I already have pulled some of the money from this because she had to pay senior dues. Those were $100. We've already had her senior pictures taken. So, it's kind of a save and use at the same time. So let's see, we are working high number down. So here's a 14. And I think that's our highest number. So let's go ahead and get that one colored in. No, I don't want to use that color. Let's use this one. I'm pretty proud of myself with this challenge because, like I've mentioned before, I have a hard time finishing long-term challenges, but this one I've been able to stick with all year. So, and it's important, right? The expenses are going to be there, and it's a good way to save the money. And I don't think I mentioned, but this is from the Almost Organized Owl on Etsy. And the one this one that we did before that is from PR Money Roll or MH Finland. Okay, so let's put our $14 in there, and we are back at the beginning, or back where we started, and we have 114 left. So I think I want to go ahead and do that one as well, because then after that we have an 11 and then a 10, another 10, and we're in single digits. So we are getting so close on this challenge. the light is definitely at the end of the tunnel. And I told her, I said, you know, I'm saving a set amount for your senior year and your graduation party, and what you don't spend, you get to keep. So now she's like, Mom, what if we just had a really small graduation party with just family? And I'm like, that is completely up to you. I have told her I'm saving $2,000 for everything senior year related, and that is your budget. So if you want to have a bigger graduation party and spend more money to invite more people, we can do that. But at the end, you know, you can spend it however you want. And of course, we're going to help her. She's going, of course, she'll be going to college. She's in college now. In the state of Georgia, they allowed high school students to also enroll in college courses. So when she graduates high school, she will be a sophomore in college because she's taking mostly college classes now. So, and we'll help her through college, of course, but it's just funny. She cracks me up. So let's see, that's another 14 coming into this one. Did I add the 14? I'll have to go back and watch. I think I did. If not, I'll go back and add that. I don't think I did. I definitely don't think I did. So let's add another 14. So in this challenge, it's going to be kind of chaotic to count it, but we have 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, and 20, 40, 5, 46. So what was that? 1446 in the bank. And then here we have 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80. I lost count, y'all. That was a hot mess. I'm sorry. But we have a lot of money. And like I said, we've already used some of this money for her senior pictures and her senior dues. Sorry, y'all. That was a hot mess. I got to thinking, and you can't think and count at the same time because then you forget what you've counted. So let's see. We have 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, and $28 left. So we can at least roll, and let's just do a D12 and color in another icon. So that is 11. So let's see, I need a lighter color so we can see it. Let's do another yellow. And we will write 11 in this one because there's a lot of icons. And add $11 here. I need to condense this binder. We have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 102. Yay, we broke $100. That's awesome. All right, let's see. We have $18 left. Do we want to, yeah, let's do one more on our map of America. And then we'll see where we're at. All right, so we will just grab this next card. Okay, so this is North Dakota, and that is right here. Let me grab, let's see, what color haven't we done? We haven't done yellow. Let's see, I'm not sure if this is, oh yeah, it'll show up. So I'll be honest, I don't think that I could have pointed out North Dakota on the map without knowing what the shape of this state looks like. I'm telling you guys, I don't know what happened in grade school when we were learning geography because I completely missed that. I'm terrible with it. So this is the capital of North Dakota is Bismarck, and I didn't show you the other state flag, but here's this one. That's their state flag. And this one is a save 6. With no bonuses. So we will put that one in there and add our $6. So now we have $28 total in this challenge from Eva. All right, we have $11 left. If I can turn the page. And so we can roll our D10. And that's a 7. So we had, okay, so let's see, where's 7? There's a 7 right there. So let's color this one off. Uh-oh, looks like my marker's dying. Okay, so, let's just go ahead and color in a 4-2, and that will be our $11. So we will color in this 4 right underneath it. Ooh, that's dark. We're not going to be able to see that that's a 4. That's okay, though. You can see it a little bit. All right, so that $11 is going into our challenge from Indigo Moon Budgets. And now we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, and $29. So that means next week, when we come back to our long-term savings, we will start with our challenge by Debt Free by 43 in our emergency fund savings. So we will put, and this cute bow binder clip is from Saul with Designs by Saul. I just thought it went with the aesthetic of my binder. So I love the way I have this set up. So these butterflies came from Courtney at Doodle Dollars. Her first box was a butterfly box. So I peeled the butterflies off and stuck them in my binder. And then this is a bow that I got from Eva. Girl Bosses Cash Stuff. This is a quote from Snow Gardener. It says, "It never gets easier, you just get better." Our little balloon animal here is from Becca with Becca Budgets. And then I got this from Savings with Tracy. And I thought it was so funny, I had to put it in here. It says, "Get out of Etsy jail on any day ending in AY." So I just love that in there. So, but that is it. That is my binder. Those are my long-term savings. Thank you so much for being here. Look, there I go. I've got to get a chair or something for Tater Swift because in every video she's ending up just completely knocked over because I'm not paying her enough attention. So I need like a swing chair that like Eva has for the third, her pet rock. So maybe I can find something to hold Tater Swift. But that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday, an even better weekend, and I will see you all tomorrow for Christmas and a new box challenge. Bye.